Good evening to anybody that's here. I just wanted to get a few things out tonight and see how everybody was doing. Hi that way. Very good to see you. So, Revelation 22 is something. Oh, hi, Art Souls. Yeah, I think that the energies coming in right now are hitting a lot of people. I know that for the past few months, when the waves come in, I'm starting to feel better and better. But before I took that turn, when the waves would come in, I would get, yeah, very nauseated sometimes and dizzy and very intense. It still does, but it's really taken a turn. So I really feel that just from observing for the past couple of years and watching this process and trying to be as involved as possible, I really think that as much of an individual process. Ooh, no, I tried to get to it and then I had to finish dinner. So I will. I can even show it here, Mike. But yeah, these waves can be intense depending on what's like not stage. It's hard to put into words, but Tony Taylor and I have spoken a lot and compared notes, and hopefully we can go live and speak about that very soon. Because I think that a lot of people, I did see that something very interesting, and it was like a CBS broadcast. So it was a huge, like, national news thing where this mystery fungus is just spreading across the world, not just, areas, the world, called C. auris. Well, I remember, and I'll go back and get better ideas of dates so I have a better timeline to give you, but let me tell you that that was one of the first things I started researching when I started having the physical ascension symptoms that were like manifesting, physically on the outside, all the stuff that we aren't used to and all the stuff that we are turned away by doctors and professionals for, and the things that they were told to ignore and pretend weren't happening, you know. So there's a whole slew of those different strange things that come up, but it's all good. It's totally all good. I am here to tell you it's all good. And so, but it can be intense. So I want to that it gets better each time. Hi guys, so good to see you all. Yeah, so the CRS is just straight up like a part of the process. And so now all of a sudden everybody's going through it at once because these electromagnetic waves that Mike is speaking about are considered part of the rapture. Like that's how we're being brought in waves of people. And, Aluna Ash talked about this a while ago and it helped me understand it. And I'm like watching this definitely happen. And then I would get the gematria messages that spoke about electromagnetic waves of the rapture. And when these big channels are speaking about pole shift, I want to tell you that it is an electromagnetic shift from Saturn magnetic matrix to Jupiter electric sovereign freedom 5D earth realm. Okay, so this is all happening in divine perfect order, but there's a lot of people out there that really believe all the narrative. So this is totally the great deception. And this right here speaks about what I'm talking about. And I just saw on Blue Heaven, I watch her, she speaks about the rapture. And when I started my channel, a lot of what I wanted to address was this like shift in consciousness, shift in dimensional frequency. And, I don't know, I didn't have the words, but wow, my battery is just draining. One second, one second. And so I knew that it would be interesting to say the least. And I think that I'm figuring out that, the rapture might be a lot more of a dimensional shift than we realize. Some of us are being brought out of the dimensions where and we appear as a distant star. I heard magenta and yeah, and there's a lot. There's going to be like this balance and ebb and flow of the magnetic. And, we have electromagnetic frequencies, but I'm learning a lot about it. Something about matter is magnetic. And I can even go to my notes because I literally just got a slew of messages about like how to understand really our origins and why we're in the situation we're in as far as are we, manipulated. But I don't know. I'm kind of in over my head right now. I want to touch base um, on a few other things. So I'm seeing the living waters, and I am telling as many people as I can that yes, Christ started those fires that we are seeing all around the world. But what you will not hear on the news and what you have to figure out in your heart, you can take my word for it or you have to search for your own answers. But I can tell you that the innocent, like the people that are believing these narratives and don't know any better, and also children who came in with the DNA, the crystalline DNA already in place. And a lot of us women who went through the change, remember this whole Lyme disease epidemic, this, that, the, we've all gone through a DNA change. So, yeah, basically, we won't burn in the holy fire. The only thing that the holy fire is here for is to remove Saturn's magnetic matrix, which is set up on all of the ley lines. Where 8 ley lines meet, golden cities are born. So that's how the Christ above and the etheric world that we don't necessarily see, that's how this is all happening. Like they're actually removing the strongholds and laying the foundations down in the ether. And I think maybe on the day of the Lord, whatever that might come to be, and I'm still trying to understand that thoroughly as well, because I think that that also represents a few different things and aspects of consciousness. But those living waters are coming down and setting us free and removing the magnetic matrix in place. So like that's how they siphon the energy. And another thing I wanted to say is that Satan is coming from the pyramids, coming from a pit in inner earth. That's where he's at. I don't know if he's chained up right now. I don't know if he's like captured. I don't know, but that's where he's going to emerge from. Or the Antichrist is already here, 100%. The Antichrist is literally the people that we know study this and we know that they know what they're talking about and that they've been seekers for long enough to know truth from bullshit. The ones in that position telling you that the Antichrist is being ushered in, that this is all groundwork being laid for the Antichrist to then be presented to you. That, my friends and my dear brothers and sisters and family, I know you already know, that is the Antichrist. 100%, without a doubt. So that is how the great deception is happening. And these heavenly spheres that I've been watching for a couple of months, I think they've been around. You see, while watching sky watching for several here to be here for this, right? Absolutely, without a doubt. It's just getting kind of nuts to have like all of the All right. Yeah, I don't know. This is for, it's not like this is a quick message out without too much interference. So, what I'm able to put together and actually seeing this stuff play out, it's kind of funny because, not funny, but I have been taking pictures like at cathedrals. I take pictures of Christ above these crosses and steeples, and it's been kind of a theme of mine. I don't always get it into videos, but I have, like, I'm still personally documenting this for myself also. So this has been happening for a little while. I would have to look back and do research, but even the ones that I did research in Sri Lanka were the holy fires. And again, I want you to keep in mind that these are not harming the innocent. So bear with me because this is about it's hard for me to watch. Oh, kitten, hi, sweetheart. Are you guys here? Can you see me? Can you see my comfort? I have a major panic attack when I. Can you all see? Can you hear me? Oh yeah, totally cut off, right? Totally fucking dumb.